good evening, everyone. As promised, I've now downloaded regular Lodoss War Deedlit and Wonder Labyrinth. Forgive me, this is my first time trying to do this. I will preface this with the fact that I have already played through probably half of the game, and this is going to be a spoiler-free introduction to the game. I'm going to skip all of the story parts. Be honest, the story in this game is kind of like Symphony of the Night. As you'll notice, I'm going to compare this to Symphony of the Night a lot because it was very much inspired by Symphony of the Night. Having played, like I said, I'm estimating probably about half of the game. It is really, really good. Now, is it Symphony of the Night? No, but let's be honest, what game really is. What I will say is the animation, how smooth she moves, just the shadows behind her as she moves, as she does her back step, that type of thing. It really is pretty, and you'll see that in the video, or I hope it comes through well in the video. So, with no further ado, let's get started. We'll start a new game, and like I said, I'll skip through all of the story parts so that anyone that plays this after me will not have anything spoiled for them, or hopefully not. Once again, as soon as I can, I will skip. You see? Skip all of that. Once again, very reminiscent of Symphony of the Night, which is good. One difference is, but you didn't really see it there, you can swing up or swing down or swing diagonal with your weapon, which is good once you get used to it. Can't go that way. Up, diagonal. I'm rusty because I'm used to having some of the upgrades. Can't go that way yet. Go through there quite yet. You see her backdash leaves quite the after image. I probably will play tonight until I get to the first boss. Probably will beat the first boss. First boss isn't real difficult, as first boss shouldn't be. No, Goblin Club is not bigger than a spear. You can see the little cubes that I'm picking up. Right now they don't really seem to do anything. But now that I've got my Spirit of the Wind, they will start to do something. Story. And now that I have that, I can float about that height off of the ground. You can't just fly as high as you want to in the air. Saving is really quick, which is nice. No having to get stuck in a save screen, which is nice. You can see that. all this. like I said, with the story, it's standard Metroidvania type story. It's really just a reason to push you forward, to keep killing things and getting to the next save point, getting to the next thing you need to move forward. There is a little bit of slowdown at times. This is for warp points so that you can get to different places. Right now I only have the one, so I can't really teleport. Guys are more or less fodder, you know how the first guys are. Go the other way. I'm going to level up again here. A second. Okay, I've got my salamander, which is my flame spirit game. If you watched my games I'm looking forward to for 2022 video, you'll remember that I talked about this game being like Ikaruga, in that you've got the instead of black and white, it's a silver and gold polarity system. You are using silver projectile attacks that are silver don't hurt you. Gold projectiles do not hurt you. You can actually absorb them for magic points. Now get the knife. The knife is better than what I had, so let's use the knife. It's a little faster, you can see, but a little shorter. Once again, played Symphony of the Night. You know all about this. Now, you can see, and you can see my familiar floating over my head. When I switch to Flame Spirit, he's a flame, and when I switch to the other, it's more wind. So, save point. The thing about the Flame Spirit is I can't float. And you saw where I just leveled up. That'll come into play here in just a second. Let me show you. See how, since I'm using my Flame Spirit, the gold color, I drain it instead of get hit by it, which is good. I want to level power up my. You see the top middle of the screen, it says 2. Once I get just a little bit more, it'll say 3. Now, I want to get hit so I can show you what happens. Right here. But where I'm powered up, if I switch over to my Wind Spirit, as long as I am at full power, I can regenerate health, which is very, very handy. And when you're at level 3, you do a lot more damage. Level 1, lower damage, and level 2, kind of in the middle. You want to stay level 3 as much as you can, obviously. And I've been talking too much and got myself just a little bit lost. that's what the little cubes that you get are for. When you're in the wind spirit, you gather fire cubes and vice versa. Well, my getting lost shows off the animation quite well, at least. The other thing, while I'm thinking of it, let's go to the control settings, because just word to the wise, yeah, they've still got the, if you get the game, first thing you want to do is go in and change your settings, because they have A as jump and B as attack. I recommend doing B as jump, Y as attack, and Z right as your bow attack, which is the next thing I'm trying to get. The default controls are a little bit weird, but once you switch the controls out, everything works a lot better. Feels like a true Metroidvania. And when I use fire and I hit the barrels, fire and explosive barrels don't really want to play well together. And these carcasses, these sides of meat, are literally just there for building up your meter. Usually when you see those, you know there's a boss battle coming up, which in this case it was just before I get the bow and arrow. And bow and arrow, you can actually, if I hold like that, you can float in the air. Which is another reason that having your bow and arrow to Z right is beneficial, because you can float in the air and then shoot your bow and arrow. Otherwise, you'd be trying to hold B and then hit X, and holding B and hitting X on a Switch controller, not the easiest thing to do. Again, it's hard to go back because I'm so missing having my double jump. Save spot. And cut the rope. And anything metal like this, you can ricochet your bow and arrow off of. Bow and arrow uses magic points, but it's, except for maybe in boss battles when you're spamming your bow and arrow, it doesn't really affect gameplay, or it's not really that difficult to keep it up. You see, I just have to switch through these. Now I can open any of the blue doors. And I got my first magic. This Will-O-the-Wisp, the first magic you get, actually very, very, very beneficial. Really comes in handy with some of the boss battles. Skip through this. Skip. like this. It's got a little greater reach than the knife, even though I think the knife is a little bit faster. That give and take, that risk and reward. So let's go back over here. Now we got two enemies showing up. These guys, if you aren't quick, they respawn, as you just saw. And this is my shopkeeper. Once again, not familiar with Record of Lodoss War. The story of it, I've never read any of the graphic novels, never watched any of the manga, anything like that. So, this story may, people that have played or watched the movies or read the books, it may make a lot more sense to them, but it is what it is. Let's see, I've got $360. A big boat. Oh, he didn't like that. You can see that dude is resistant to fire, but he is weak to, well, actually he takes no damage from fire, but to wind he is. You see the bottom right hand corner, the dice system tells you if they are weak or strong to certain attacks. Jeweled bow, not as good. As you power up your character in this game, by the way, you become a bit of a force to be reckoned with, not gonna lie. I have currently got a weapon, and I won't spoil anything, that is, outside of boss battles, it's pretty OP actually. I will admit that until you figure out the patterns to some of the bosses, you're going to die a few times. But, you know, that once again comes with Metroidvania type games. Make sure there's no breakable walls here. And I'm moving quick because if you let these guys give them an opportunity, they will shoot projectiles at you, and things get difficult pretty quick. Right where he kind of wasn't in my hitbox. You see, she threw a projectile, but I just absorbed it because that was the right color. I will say, compared to Symphony of the Night, the backgrounds are not quite as varied. But once again, Symphony of the Night's there we go. I'm thinking this may be the boss battle, so I want to be as powered up as I can be. Yes, it is. And after I beat this boss, I will call it a night. Use my will-o-wisp. Otherwise, he will hit me. Job with him. I remembered his attack that time. Oh, forgot I don't have a certain move yet. I'm going to finish him up with my that is playing through to the first boss. As you can see, it's definitely a Metroidvania. Through and through, not a bad thing. So far, about halfway through the game, I am enjoying it vigorously. To be honest, as soon as I sign off here and I get this video published, I'm going to jump back into my main game and keep on playing. Hope to have this probably beat before the weekend's out. I'll try to 100% it, find all the secret rooms and whatnot. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it gave you an itch that needs to be scratched now. Just another modern retro game that is out there that is worth playing. Until next time, everyone, have a good night.